Welcome, everybody. If you can hear me, let me know in the comment section. My name is Joshua. I'm super excited to have you all live tonight with us in this place. Welcome. If you are live and you can hear me, I'd like to know in the comment section, type where you are watching from and also type your state where you're watching, streaming this video from. Let me know in the comment section. Today is a very beautiful day, and we'll be sharing something super exciting. Thank you, Chidi. Thank you, everyone. We'll be sharing something super exciting tonight in our live stream. We'll be looking into the concepts. Yeah, welcome, Kinsley. Welcome, Chidi. We'll be looking at a very interesting concept in the blockchain space. What we are going to do right now is that we are going to copy the link to this live session. We are going to put it on our WhatsApp status, put it on our Facebook, and tweet it, share it right now. In the next 2-3 minutes before our guests come on board, copy the link to this live session, right? Copy the link to this live session. Yeah, copy the link to this live session and share it on your WhatsApp status. Share it on your WhatsApp status. Share it in every group you are in right now. Share it on Twitter. Share it on Facebook. Tell people to join us live while we talk about an amazing concept in the blockchain space that you need to know that will help you build that amazing product. Also help you build that not just amazing product, but help you understand some of the protocols available for us in the blockchain space. All right. So copy the link and let's share it. In the next 30 seconds, 1 minute, I'll be waiting for you all to copy this link right now and share. The link is I'll also be posting the link in the comment section for those who don't have the link to this live session. If you are streaming from YouTube, you should see a share button. Click on the share button and then share the link. We are currently live on Twitter, on Facebook, and also on YouTube. It's a great time for us tonight in this place. I'm super excited, like I mentioned earlier. I will just take a very short break, 30-second short break. I'll be back shortly. Once we are back, we'll be sharing amazing things with our guests. We can be introducing our guests. We can also be sharing amazing things together this night. All right, let's go, everybody. Share the link, and we'll be back very soon, just on a short break. Yeah, welcome, everybody. Welcome back. I believe those who are not here right now went to share the link. Make sure you have tweeted the link. If you're just joining us right now, make sure you have tweeted the link to this live session. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it everywhere possible. Share it in every developer community you are in, whether it's Web2 developer or Web3 developer, whoever it is. This is our very first webinar here at Blockchain Hub Africa, and my name is Joshua. I'm actually part of the team at Blockchain Hub Africa. One of the reasons why we are having this webinar session is that we are looking for a way to help a lot of people who are in the blockchain space understand some of the principal things, understand some of the protocols, understand some of the ideas that will help them build that amazing product. And tonight we have our very wonderful guest who is from blockchain.com. who will be sharing with us amazing things this night. Of course, you must have seen the flyer of this webinar. This is the very first webinar. A lot of persons don't know about it yet. And together, we are going to make people to know about our webinar, connect with it, and learn in the process as well. And tonight is about us kickstarting this. I don't want you to be live while your friends don't know about this live session. Like I said, just before our guest comes up, make sure you have shared the link on your Twitter handle. Make sure you have shared the link on your Facebook. Make sure you have shared the link on any WhatsApp group you are in, and every possible group post, any group at all, you should share it. Make sure you share it. This session is for those who are crypto enthusiasts, those who are developers as well, because I'm very, very sure we're going to take away a lot of things tonight. And very shortly, we'll be onboarding our guest. But just before we onboard our guest, his name is Joseph Peculiar. He is from crypto.com. And tonight, he'll be giving us an introduction into the Bitcoin Lightning Network. To be honest to you guys, I personally know about the blockchain and Web3, but it was lately that I knew about the Bitcoin Lightning networks. And I'm very, very sure that a lot of persons, both techies and non-techies, really don't know what the Bitcoin Lightning network is and how it applies to us. Just to be sure again, you guys can hear me. I want to get some comments I want to get some of your comments. Let me know you can hear me loud and clear. Type your best emoji in the comment section. Let me know if you guys can hear me loud and clear. However, just before he comes on live tonight, it's very important for me to do a basic introduction to introduce to the public what we are doing. This is first time we're having a live session in Blockchain Hub Africa, and this is going to be a continuous process where we'll be sharing to the general public for people in Africa and outside Africa to learn more about what some of the futures tools that we have in the blockchain space that can aid our solution production, that can aid our product launches, that can aid our growth in the ecosystem. However, tonight I'm so pleased and honored to have with us Joseph Peculiar from Crypto Hub, from crypto.com, right? So if you're excited to have Joseph in the building, he's already in the waiting room. If you're excited to have Joseph in the building, let me get your best emoji in the comment section. If you are super, super excited to have him in the building, let me get your best emoji in the comment section. Let's go. Come on, guys.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, welcome, Joseph. How are you doing?
I'm
I
doing
bet they
good.
can't see your
Okay.
face. Okay, yeah, I can see
Yeah,
now. Amazing. Yeah,
yeah.
so with me here is Joseph Peculiar. There's a nickname they call him on Twitter. Really, we're not going to that discussion right now. But however, he's one amazing person we all know in the blockchain space who is doing great things. I mean, massive things in this space. We are super super excited to have you here, sir. And also, the community is happy. This is our first time doing this, and we are glad that you are the first person we are bringing on board to share with our community and those who be watching the playback. Currently, right now, this live session is streamed on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitter. And of course, a lot of persons will be watching the playback later on. All right, so over to you, sir. Can you just tell us a little bit about yourself? Let our audience get to know you too.
Okay, my name is Joseph Peculiar. I'm a blockchain engineer. I've been in blockchain for quite a while now. I think as far back as 2016, 2017. And I learned about cryptocurrencies in 2016, and 2017 I started actively working on blockchain and Bitcoin, particularly Bitcoin, where I was obsessed with it. I went down that rabbit hole learning about Bitcoin, and fast forward today, I am today trying to talk to you guys about still Bitcoin though, but Lightning Network, which is a child of Bitcoin in that particular sense, a complement of Bitcoin, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm very excited to be here. I love what crypto blockchain hub Africa is doing, and yeah, I'm very happy to do this.
Yeah, thank you very much. We are super, super excited too. And just to give us a proper introduction, I'll be asking a couple of questions, and then from there you can kick off with every other thing you have in store for us today. Okay. Can you briefly tell us what Bitcoin Lightning Network is very quickly? Just give us a foundation
Okay.
to that.
So Bitcoin Lightning Network, or should I say Lightning Network in that particular sense? Lightning Network, it's okay, let me start from this. Bitcoin was created to be the money of the internet, which is the main purpose it was created for, in a way for people to cryptographically send money from one person to another. And Bitcoin has a bit of a problem, which it's making it not live up to that name to a full potential. And that is, it's not fast enough, and which means it cannot handle micropayments. And that's what brought about Lightning Network. Lightning Network, it's what enables Bitcoin to fulfill its goal or its dream to be the money of the internet. In that way, it handles microtransactions. The problem with Bitcoin in this particular sense is that if I am sending money from myself to you right now, I have to wait for at least 10 minutes for that transaction to be verified or confirmed because of this concept in Bitcoin that it's called a block time, which is 10 minutes. I have to wait for 10 minutes for that transaction to go through. But with Lightning Network, it takes seconds for that transaction, instant, if particular sense, for that transaction to go through. So that is Lightning Network.
Amazing. So can you quickly tell us how this applies more to solutions and products that will be built around the blockchain? How does it apply to us, and why should we even adopt it? I know you mentioned the part of the fastness, right? So can you tell us more about that? So
That's interesting. So, how Lightning Network helps is this particular way. It brings out a whole suite of applications that can be built on top of Bitcoin in that particular sense. Right now, if you're building an application in Bitcoin, imagine this use case. I'm playing a game. I finish. I need to be earning real money, real time. That is real currency, not at the end it gets to my wallet. From that, I withdraw it. Building that kind of solution with Bitcoin would be quite slow in the sense that it would take a bit of time, and it will not give the same kind of experience. That is, if it's fully on chain, it won't give that kind of experience as what we currently have going on in real world application. And one thing with innovation is that it has to build up and do better than currently existing, right? So Lightning Network opens a whole area of use cases in the sense, let's say I can build a game that instantaneously I can receive payments, I can shut up my store, a merchant store, in the sense someone can come into my store and then pay for goods and services in real time and get that money there, and so much more. I can make escrows that are instantaneous. I anything that has any Think of it this way: any use case you can build with money that is real time, and by real time I mean takes seconds to finish up, then you can do that pretty much using Lightning Network. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
all right, that's super amazing. All right, so from here now, Joseph, I'm very, very sure that everybody watching us right now from different parts of Nigeria, and probably those who watch later on the playback, I'd like you guys to grab your writing materials. I'm going to ask Joseph right now to take us on a 30 minutes, 40 minutes journey into the Bitcoin Lightning Network. He's going to will I use the word bisect it or whatever? But he's going to break it down for us and give us a full anatomy of it and how it applies to us as technical people. And let me guess, there might be non-technical. We might have some non-technical people in the house also, but nevertheless, Joseph is going to also touch up those areas for us and why we need to start thinking towards that direction, how we can build out products around it, how to use it. Probably show us a couple of illustrations on the screen. So what I would like us all to do right now is to grab our writing materials and knock off every kind of distraction. And let's just listen to Joseph. And after that, we'll take questions as well. So keep your questions close by while Mr. Joseph just takes us through. So Joseph, over to you. Just take us on the ride.
Awesome. um, Thank you very much. I am going to show a brief premiere, or should I say introduction, um, to Lightning Network in that particular sense. This slide, or what I'm positioning my talk on, it's meant to have two sessions. One is the part where I talk about the fundamentals, should I say, the underlying layer of Lightning Network. And the second aspect, it's the point where I show you through on how to build on the Lightning Network, pretty much, or how to get started building on the Lightning Network. So, with that particular being said, um, my whites, I'm having a bit of technical difficulties with sharing the screen.
No, it's up now. It's up now. Yeah, your screen is up. You
Okay.
can. Yeah.
Um, okay. Awesome. I'm trying to. Okay. Yeah, I'm still having a bit of challenge.
We can actually see your screen right now. We can actually see
Okay.
your screen.
Hope you can see my screen. For
Yeah, we
some
can see it.
reason, it's
You can't
so
see it.
slow. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
we can see it. Yeah.
All right. So, oh, damn, it's quite slow.
However, can you shoot me a link to your slide?
I
Maybe I
think
can
I'm
help set
having a
up.
bit of a technical. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Okay, I can publish that, but my computer seems to be slow. Maybe it's the
Oh,
application. But anyway, so the goal of this talk pretty much is to explain to everyone how Lightning Network works, and pretty much I noticed that it's both developers and non-developers that are the audience here. And so I decided to model this course in a way that would suit for both audiences. I'm definitely going to have a session as well after, pretty much later on, that would go into the deep advanced aspects of building on top of the Lightning Network. More of all the gotchas and how to set up your applications, how to handle your all those gotchas, things that I experienced while working on or building on Lightning Network. So the target audience is developers who wants to build on Lightning. Yeah. Technical terms will be generalized. So for those that know some technical terms, I will generalize it in a way to suit both audiences. If this is too basic for you, then you can help explain it to others if that makes any sense. So I will begin this talk to talk about Bitcoin, and we cannot talk about Lightning Network without talking about Bitcoin. And we all know Bitcoin. We have heard of Bitcoin. It's the most popular cryptocurrency and the first one out there in that particular sense. And Bitcoin was designed for a primary purpose, which is to be the money of the internet. And it was designed or created by a group known as Satoshi Nakamoto, and in the year 2008. And fast forward to there today, we are now using Bitcoin pretty much to send and receive money in the internet today. So Bitcoin is meant to work like an email in the sense that your address could be your email address. You put it in into your Bitcoin wallet, and then you select the amount you want to send and then send it out. And that is how it was designed. So let me, my slides are taking time to load. Okay, so we are going to explore some Bitcoin primitives before we talk about Lightning networks. And these Bitcoin primitives will be a great segue for us to give more concept into Lightning. So we're going to talk about three major primitives, which are inputs, outputs, multi-signatures, and HTLCs, which are hash time lock contracts. So for those that have used the blockchain, when you are sending money, give me a minute. Second. Okay, so I'll just be talking as it goes on. So for those that use the blockchain, or for those that have used sent money through the blockchain, if you go to the Explorer, you would see that you have inputs and outputs there. Your Explorer can detail it as shown below, in the sense that you see a bunch of addresses that comes together to make one particular address. These are inputs and outputs. So in technical terms, your inputs are where your balance are held. In that, your address, your inputs is what where you have your bitcoins on, right? In the sense that if you want to send to a particular address, searched searched for all your inputs and then compiles them together to make an output to an address that you want to send out to. Let's say you have various inputs of 10, 20 bitcoins and you want to send 50. It compiles all of them in little and then expands towards it and then makes an output. Um, Next, we're going to talk about multi-signatures. So multi-signatures, okay. So multi-signatures, pretty much, you could think of it as a bank that requires two keys to sign a transaction. So think of it as a bank account that two people will come together, bringing, let's say, their passwords together in order to unlock it. That is what we call a multi-signature address, two or more, pretty much. So it could be 5, it could be 20, it could be as much as possible. And then next, we're going to look at HTLCs, which are hash time lock contracts. Give me, okay, it's taking time, but it's there. Okay, so HTLCs are a type of smart contract used in blockchain applications, particularly it's pretty much everywhere. It reduces counterparty risks by creating a time-based escrow that requires a cryptographic passphrase for unlocking. So Bitcoin has you can write smart contracts in Bitcoin with its own scripting language with our opcodes, and HTLCs are a product of Bitcoin smart contracts, right? I'm going to further down explain HTLCs as we go along, um, because if I'm explaining it now, it will not give so much meaning as once I'm done with its application on its use. Okay, so I would segue back to this. Okay, then let's talk about Lightning Network. So the Lightning Network is a second layer protocol designed to enable off-chain Bitcoin transactions, which are not recorded on the blockchain. And because they are not recorded on the blockchain, thus no mining, Lightning payments are extremely fast and cheap. So let me decipher or add more meaning to this. Um, as explained earlier in the course, Lightning networks are side chains or which are there to enable Bitcoin perform microtransactions. Anyway, these are self-destructory. I'll move forward. Okay, so let's talk about how Lightning Network works. And please feel free to interrupt me anytime as I talk about this. So there are a couple of concepts in Lightning Network that I want to give meaning or light to before I proceed. One is channels, second are funding transactions, commitment transactions, payment routes, nodes, and closing transactions. So what are channels? So let me explain it with this term. Let's say I want to make a payment. I walk into a bar, or pretty much I walk into a shop and I want to make a payment. I order for, let's say, or a restaurant, I order a meal and then I drop my credit card. In literal sense, I have pretty much opened a channel with that person. And as I am eating, or let's say, let me use the, I don't, okay, as I am eating, right, the more I order, the the waiter is taking it off my credit card, pretty much. It's taking the bill off my credit card, and when I'm done, I pick my credit card and then I move. So that entire process of whereby me handing over my credit card is what we call a payment channel or channels. And what are funding transactions? Funding transaction is the point at which I hand my credit card over to the waiter to begin the transaction process. What are commitment transactions? I would explain this with pictorials as more as we go. So commitment transactions are the first set of transactions. I would decipher them later on as we talk about how all these things come together. These are transactions that happens in which the funding transaction is an input. I think I would explain them more as we go. The payment route is pretty much the routing at which it takes for my payments to get from point A to point B. More details about it soon. Nodes, every Lightning Network channel or every operator in the Lightning Network or every operator in Lightning Network is actually a node. So what are nodes? Nodes are pretty much your gateway to the blockchain. And what are closing transactions? Closing transactions are when I broadcast my transactions. Okay, let's move further. Okay, so how does everything all come together in that particular sense? Earlier on, explained the term multi signature, and I explained funding transactions, I explained commitment transactions, and I explained closing transactions. And the multi signatures, as I explained, it's or multi-signature is when two keys are required to unlock a bank in that particular sense, or to unlock a wallet, or to unlock anything of that sort. So this is it. So when these two keys come together, when these two outputs come together to make a multi-signature transaction, then a funding transaction or funding transaction is created. The funding transaction, it's the transaction ID on chain, which displays the point at which these two transactions are created. And what are commitment transactions? Commitment transactions take the funding transactions as inputs in which both parties keep. The main thing is that they do not broadcast these commitment transactions, but both parties keep it. And once they are done, they perform what we call a closing transaction in which we broadcast these particular transactions. So that is pretty much a rushed explanation of how Lightning Network works under the hood. And I am going to be talking about how you build on top of the Lightning Network, and which is the main purpose of this, and pretty much why you should build on the Lightning Network. So, hello, are you there? I having technical difficulties.
Yeah, we can
Give
hear
me
you
a
very well.
second. Give me like
We can hear
a
you.
minute. Let me find out the root cause of this.
Okay. All right. So while we are waiting for Joseph to set up his um, find the issue is having the technical issue. Are we excited about this session? This is just an introduction to what we will be doing more on our channels, on our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter live sessions. We're going to have crazy live sessions coming in. We'll be building live smart contracts on our channels. We'll be building our products live. It's going to be a lot of exciting moments with our webinar sessions. And this is just like the first of this kind of introduction. And of course, there's a special gift to be given towards the end of this session. But if you're excited, let me get an emoji in the comment section telling me how excited you are about this. And if you're really following with what Mr. Joseph is sharing with us thus far, let me get that in the comment section. Let me get your reaction in the comment section. How excited are you about tonight's session? How excited are you? Just briefly, Joseph will be back up and we'll continue from there. However, I would like to know in the comment section how excited you are thus far. I'm not sure you guys can hear me, but if you can, let me know in the comment section. Amazing, amazing, amazing. All right, just to ease off the tension and the pressure, we'll go on a very short break, a 30 seconds break, and then we will be back where Mr. Joseph will continue to walk us through the Bitcoin Lightning Network. This is just like an introductory section to the whole Bitcoin Lightning Network process. It's super exciting. I'm already learning a lot. I'm jotting down my notes, and to really be an exciting one for us to explore that network and build out some products around the Bitcoin Lightning Network. The whole concept of making transactions and everything happening very fast, like the speed of light. Really an exciting one. I'm sure we'll be exploring it. Maybe subsequently, we will be hosting a live session where we are going to build out a product live on the Bitcoin Lightning Network. We'll definitely deploy that. Of course, like I said, we're going to have exciting sessions in our channels consistently. Our webinar sessions definitely to be mind blowing. Like I mean, building a live product, right? In fact, tonight I will be encouraging Joseph to show us a little step-by-step process in his code base on how to set up a Bitcoin Lightning network and do a couple of things. He'll be showing us that towards the end of this session. It's really going to be exciting, especially for those who are developers. That's why I wanted everybody in this call to make sure that they invite all of their developers. In fact, if you go on YouTube now, you go on Udemy, you hardly see a course centered around Bitcoin Lightning Network. You will hardly see that. It's not a common concept among many developers. A lot of blockchain developers and communities out there just focus on building solidity, smart contract with solidity, and that's all. But tonight we are sharing something very interesting. A network that can help you set up transactions very fast. And imagine you using this what you'll be learning in this live session, applying it in your product development is going to be a massive one for you. All right, thank you very much, guys. I'm sure you guys are excited. But while Joseph is teaching, I would like you guys to keep dropping your best emoji in the comment section. All right. Yeah, welcome back, Joseph.
Thank you very much. So, yes, so I'm going to pretty much jump through a quick um, show something quickly on building out. So, to get started building, first, just like every blockchain out there, you will have to set up uh, or you need to interact with the blockchain for, and that's where nodes come about. And nodes are your gateway to the blockchain, in which it is what enables you to read and write data. For example, if you go to explorers that are out there, for example, blockchain.info, that data that is there that you are seeing on transactions that are happening, they are picking that data because they are connected to a node. And you and all the wallets that you are using right now, in which that you can be able to send money from one point to another, is connected to a node. They abstract that complexity for you, which means you can read data, you can write data in the blockchain. So for Lightning first, there is a bit of gotchas that are there, in which makes it quite different from other blockchains out there. With other blockchains, you can split your wallet implementation away from your node. That being said, you can construct or build transaction offline. with code. You can pretty much set up a Bitcoin wallet with some libraries. You can generate your wallet addresses and so on. But with Lightning Network, it's quite complicated than that, in which that you need the node because of so many state changes that are happening. You cannot split the wallet abstraction or the wallet implementation away from the node. So you need to set up your node. And there are three node providers out there that I find that are very, very interesting. Let me share my screen and I'm going to be showing their domains pretty much. Uh, Let me know if you can see my screen. Okay, yeah, I think you can. So one of the node implementation now there, which is what I use a lot, it's LND, which is this, where it's the, okay, yeah, which is this, the Lightning Network daemon. It's a node implementation of Lightning Network, which I find and I use pretty much a lot. The reason why I use this particularly is that it has a great community, and I get, let's say I run into issues, I get a whole lot of materials on this out there. Another node implementation that you could consider is C Lightning, which is also, but it's managed by the team at Async. I hope I'm pronouncing that well. And then yeah, which I'll drop all links to this in my, I can't seem to, uh, I think the technical difficulty is coming from my slides. So I decided to abstract away from that. So you can use C Lightning, which is this Lightning implementation, and there's a final one which is Eclair. But if you want to start building as fast as possible on Lightning Network, there are also tools that you can use, which I find very, very interesting to use. And one of that is Polar, um, Polar LND. Okay, so which is Lightning Polar. Polar is a tool that enables you to build on Lightning Network very quickly. And why I love Polar is that it enables you at clicks at an instance, you can monitor the state of the Lightning Network, in the sense that you can connect to, you can spin up nodes as many as you want, and they have a very good introductory thing here. It saves you time that you spend in order to set up LND, C Lightning, and Declare to build out your tools quite quickly. And it's connected to Regest. Another particular tool that I find pretty much good, it's this tool, LD Kit, which was created by the two team from Twitter. That's a Lightning Development Kit. That's Jack Dorsey, Spiral. That's the team. They took time to create this tool. And Lightning is a bit kind of complicated in the sense, when you go to the advanced part, I think I will do that very well later on. I'm just being cautious because I know there's a whole lot of people that are here that pretty much, so um, with that particular sense, Lightning Development Kit helps you simply abstract. If you see what they are writing here, it enables you to focus on what matters, which is cool. I haven't gotten to use this yet because my current implementation works pretty much well for me, which is LND. And they have tutorials in Rust and Java, which I think is a more tutorial aspect to be coming on. And with that, there's also an API tool that I discovered, which are the team from Zebedee. So Zebedee is quite interesting in that particular fact that it gives you APIs that you can use to build games in real time. For example, if there are games right now that you can download on your Android phone and play with it, and then you earn Lightning Network, or you earn Bitcoins or Satoshis in real time in that particular sense. Um, This developers or this tool Zebedee abstracts that for you, in the sense it enables you to not worry about channel states, enables you not to worry about a whole particular things that have to do with lightning, the routing, inbound capacity, outbound capacity, and a whole couple of those things. So you, for example, this is a game you can play, you can withdraw and exit the amount of money that you sent, and so on. Another particular thing as well, so you have three things so far, but here it's my go-to if you want to start building as quick as possible. One, download Polar will save you a whole lot of time to start building out your features, which as shown. Then with Polar, you just plug in your codes. It takes quite as little as possible for you to start building. And there are also documentations. I These documentations are the ones that I found that I've been using, that I think are the best things out there for you if you want to quickly start building on top of it. And I would have to do a much more technical session in this, in which we might build up an entire application. I might even record it and maybe send. We could put it on YouTube or something, in which you build an entire application that can, maybe a game, maybe a platform that when it receives Lightning Network, it does something for you. There are also Telegram communities right now. For you to enter into those communities, you have to send in money with Lightning, which Lightning, sending with money over through Lightning, it's as instant as possible. And there are a whole couple of exchanges as well that are adopting Lightning Network as time goes on, as things proceed. So, um, yeah. And here are some tools that I found that you could use Lightning Network if you want to pretty much experiment or start feeling how fast Lightning Network is. The guys at BitNob have Lightning already implemented. I think they are the first in Nigeria, like first fintech I've seen, which was good of them to implement Lightning Network deposits in their system, and which is cool. Another thing that I use pretty much is Bitrefill, which is a tool that I use to buy gift cards with my cryptocurrencies in the way that I want to spend my cryptocurrencies. I can recharge my phone with this tool. I can, let's say I want to pay for Airbnb, I pretty much use this. Or let's say I'm in a different country and I need to order food. I go towards here, find the gift cards or the vouchers that I need, pay with my Bitcoin, go to that application and consume it. And yeah, and the food arrives at my home. In that particular sense, and Bitrefill gives you cash backs as you spend on them. But anyway, I'm not advertising their products. They're not paying me to do this. So that is tools or systems already using Lightning out there that you can pretty much use. Like I said, your go-to is simple. Download Polar, use the Polar documentation. Go to, I would share all these later on, or as you see my slides, it will be all there. Links to documentations as well. If you are writing JavaScript or you're very good in Node.js, I have already put up tools as well, or scripts that can help you pretty much start testing the capabilities of Lightning on Node.js and pretty much start building your system or applications if you are going to use Polar. And I would do another technical session on the gotchas, or pretty much um, how you can manage some states on your Lightning, because Lightning has a bit of, let's say, some things you have to customize your applications against, which is inbound and outbound capacity. Inbound capacity is more of the ability of your nodes to receive transactions, and then outbound capacity is the ability of your nodes to send transactions. It's quite kind of like very, very technical for me to explain it, but let me give it a shot. Once you open up a channel on your Lightning with your node, right? That means, let's say I'm opening up a node from my own node to a different person, let's say a node of Uche. That means I have an outbound capacity. I can spend the amount of money. Let's say I want to open a channel with maybe 50,000 satoshis. I have an outbound capacity of 50,000, but an inbound capacity of zero, which means I can spend but I cannot receive. If I spend out 20 to Uche, I have an inbound capacity of 20, pretty much. And this would be better on described if I have pictorials or if I show pictorials on them. So um yeah, and that's pretty much it. I would I yeah, as it seems I'm on time, so yeah, pretty much.
All right, cool. Very nice. Very nice. This is super, super insightful for me. And of course, I enjoyed the parts where you made reference to some of the tools we can use to get this thing set up. Are you guys excited? I would like us to do something advanced. Joe, I don't know if you are prepared for it, but can we do a little hands-on code? Is this something possible? If I'm going to start using this network, how do I start up a project with it? What library do I need? What do I need to get ready? Just an intro to starting up building with Bitcoin Lightning Network.
Okay, to start building, you would need to download this particular tool, which is Polar. Polar, it's like I said, it helps you to set up Lightning Network as fast as possible, or pretty much helps you to start building and experimenting on it quite quickly. Saves you a whole lot of time. And once you set up Polar, then you connect your code, or you set up your code to connect with Polar. So let me see. The laptop I am presenting with, uh, I don't seem to have Polar in here. Seems it's on my other laptop. But I would have shown a demo of Polar and how you could use Polar and pretty much some of the features about it. But in that particular sense, you with connect with Polar, it's very easy to connect. If you are writing on types on TypeScript or JavaScript, if you're writing on Go, it's quite different too. That's this library that's called Lightning JS, an npm package, which has a set of function which was written by Alex. He works for the L&D team, I think. So with okay, yeah, I'm now having technical difficulties again, but it's good. It's slow. So with
We can
this,
see it in real time. I think maybe it's
okay,
network flag or something.
okay, yeah. So with this, right, with this particular tool, which is the this package, it's opening up. It has pretty much defined um let's load up methods, pretty much, or pretty much is a wrapper method around interacting with Lightning that saves you a lot of time. And okay, it's taking forever.
Are you guys learning something? Are you guys excited while we're waiting for that page to load up? I think it's a little network glitch. Well, are you guys excited tonight? I'm learning a lot. This is basically my first lecture on Bitcoin Lightning Network as a person, and it's so insightful for me, and it's something I really want to dabble my hands into. I'd like to know in the comment section, are you guys getting something? Is it helpful? Is it
Okay,
insightful? If okay, yeah, over to you. Go
so
ahead. Go ahead.
this is the package, and as you can see, it consumes a whole lot of other packages, and it has predefined methods. This is the method first that you use to authenticate to start consuming all of these functions. And Okay. So with that, pretty much for those that write JavaScript, which is pretty much uh, a large percentage of engineers I've met. For Golang as well, you there's a proto, or should I say, gRPC for LND. Okay, yeah. So pretty much, it's still a bit slow, and already tools that are already building using this particular package, and it's highly maintained. It was last a new update was published 18 hours ago. So with this, you could connect and then start consuming some methods like generate invoices, um, pretty much spend open channels, close channels, all those tools or all those things that you can do, you do from here. Yeah. So your go-to is simple. First, yeah, good to go.
Wow. Guys, are you guys taking note of this? I'll do a quick recap. Someone is asking for a recap in the comment section. I'll do a quick recap, but however, I'm super excited with this, and it has given me, personally, it has given me greater insights on this network, and I feel like this is something we really, really need to start building up. But I'm going to ask you a funny question: why is blockchain Lightning Network not as popular if it's solving this kind of problem? Personally, like I feel like it should be one of the most popular stuff in the industry, but it seems not to be. Or is it that maybe we, or maybe I don't know about it anyway, but it's not as well as a lot of other stuff we know in the industry. Why is it so?
So let's say people seem to follow the money, and there's a whole lot of noise on
Uh,
Web3, which is a good branding tag, for I would connect to MetaMask or applications that use Ethereum and so on. So there are various other communities as well building very, very interesting things in this space. There is the aspect of decentralized DNS, there is the aspect of Lightning Network. The fact is, people are building, but there is so much noise around pictures, around NFTs, around monkeys that people are making so much money from. And that is what has clouded pretty much the whole of everything. But if you're able to filter down the noise, you would see people that are actually building. Right now, there are grants available from the team at Spiral, which is Twitter, to
okay.
if you want to build on Lightning or so on. And same with other Web3 and whatever thing it is. But the main thing is that there's no much money flowing, or should I say, there's no much people making money in ridiculous ways from Lightning. I think that is why there is no much thing around it. But they even Bitcoin is not so much popular right now. If you go to
Yeah.
Twitter, you don't hear so much content about Bitcoin. The thing you see so much content about is um, building on other specific networks and all that on. But I think it so yeah.
So basically, do you have any other network that is attempting to do what Bitcoin Island Network is doing? Do you have any other network?
So far, they while looking at ways to scale Bitcoin, there were so many other solutions that have been brought out by different great and talented minds. But so far, Lightning Network seems to be the most used right now. In
Okay.
future, I don't know which one could take over, but right now, Lightning Network seems to be improving and doing very good job at making Bitcoin be able to perform micro transactions.
All right, that's this is super insightful. All right, so thanks for tonight's section. I would like us to ask questions for those who are watching live, and those who will be probably watching the playback later on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube. Of course, I'm super excited as a person. The team we are excited to have Joseph here. But however, if you have questions, we'd like to take a couple of questions in the comment section, stuff that has to do with the Bitcoin Lightning Network. Maybe some of the things he shared that is not clear to you. Someone is saying already in the comment section, she is saying he's going to attempt to build out something with this, which is that's the goal. When we learn stuff like this, we go back and build with it and see what we are doing. However, I feel like after the whole buzz around the NFT, of course, is bound to happen. time will come, it won't be as loud as it is right now. It's because of the money people are making. By the time the way when DeFi came out, it was blowing up everywhere. DeFi, DeFi, everybody was shouting DeFi, DeFi. Now is the time for NFT. But I feel like one of the core problem in the blockchain is the currently now we're having a lot of congestion in different networks. I think is a very big problem. And by the time a lot of things start scaling up in the industry, I feel like there might be more congestions as well. So if this network becomes what it is and it scales like this, I mean, something people will definitely fall back to over time. And of course, to be as popular as it needs to be for real. Like, if this network happens to be as fast as it is, I mean, it's really, really going to be adopted. I mean, for every other
Yeah.
network. But
So, a bit of thought into that. Like, there are so many interesting blockchains that I've seen, and I'm a huge fan of. Um, that you won't hear so much noise about them, but people are making so much money about around with them. One of which is helium. Helium is one that I find very interesting. It's pretty much, for example, if I set up a helium node in my house now, I'm
Mhm,
connected to fiber broadband in the sense
mhm.
that I have unlimited data and internet. So I can resell my data in a particular point that anyone around my vicinity can connect, and then in the sense I make money out of it. And
Okay.
I can mine as well with my there are people I know that I've spoken with that made more than 4K each month on helium. Apart from helium as well, there is handshake, which is a decentralized root zone,
Uh-huh.
which is also a very interesting blockchain as well. Um, and I've actually met people that are making good amount of money in Handshake. Handshake enables you
Wow.
to buy domains. For example, not just domains that are if you see in our current internet or in our current internet right now, let's say like for example blockchain hub.africa, right? They .africa is a TLD, and that's a
Yeah.
top level domain. And blockchain hub is actually renting the .africa. You guys pay every year for
Yeah.
to have that domain live. If you don't
Yeah.
pay, it gets resold and you buy it for a very higher price, right? So you don't actually own that domain. You're actually renting the TLD, which is blockchain hub, under the TLD of
Good.
Africa.
Yeah.
Yes, but in Handshake, you can actually buy blockchain hub. If you buy that domain, you can rent it. I can come and buy Joseph.blockchain hub and then be paying you subscriptions pretty much every year as you are doing right now. So
Wow.
so it's quite something interesting there as well. So there are so many tools or things people are building in or so many interesting blockchains out there, but that I've been able to explore and use. But yeah, even which other one comes to my mind? I think those are my top two: Helium, Handshake, Bitcoin. I also build on Ethereum as well from time to time. Um, so I'm pretty much a crypto maximalist. I'm everywhere, but yeah, but I am a avid Bitcoiner, and I'm very into blockchain technology when it comes to the protocol level, how all of these particular tools work. So yeah, it's about the noise, about the thing. There are many interesting blockchains out there.
Well, to be honest, I'm just hearing about this handshake right now, and I'm sure many of us.
I was that was supposed to either when the poll was happening was either this or that, depending if people want to hear about that. I'm actually doing a talk about it next week uh in a closed group, pretty much, and it's quite crazy how much people are making from there. And the
Wow.
main funny thing is that you cannot know till you actually see it happening.
Yeah.
So it's quite cool.
I mean, this is very, very, very insightful. A lot of us out there might not be able to catch up with these things. One of the things that is distracting people in the industry right now is the buzz that happens around the money that is made in a particular ecosystem in the industry. So now it's NFT, everybody's shouting NFT, and of course the balls will go off and something else will come up tomorrow. Metaverse might decide to come up with something crazy and everybody will scream metaverse and all of that.
I would
And but
actually use it too. That's the only thing I would be there.
yeah, but the truth is, at the end of the day, there are core things that will remain there after all the noise. The core things will always be there, and all the things will be built upon these core things. For example, this domain name you just mentioned now, over time, when people start buying domains around the Web3, you see that those who were there on time, now that the noise is not there, are the ones who will be making a lot of money from it when the noise comes towards that direction, you know. So thank you so much, Joseph. I don't know in the comment section if there are questions. Let me know. Okay, you're asking about Joseph social. Joseph is on Twitter. Do you mind sharing your Twitter? I've forgotten that your Twitter handle.
Yeah, it's a very interesting handle. It's Bizmindex, Bizmindx.
Would you mind to?
So
Would you mind opening your profile on your browser? Or let me just flash
am
it
I
on the
still
screen.
connected? Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah, yeah.
know
You are.
I my screen was still.
The screen is
I'll
still up.
just drop the
Yeah, I
link.
just.
I'll just drop the link. It's still very slow. I don't know why.
Okay.
Yeah, could be maybe the tool or StreamYard. I'm not yet sure. But
Yeah,
yeah, I'll share that. I'll just drop it on the comment
yeah.
section
Just
myself.
exactly. So he's on Twitter.
So
He's a very active,
I'm not
active.
really that active, but once in a while.
Yeah, he's a
I'm
very
building
interesting.
right now, so I'm building. When I'm done
Can,
building, I'll start screaming. I'll start screaming. Sorry.
Yeah, that's cool. But personal question, can you just tell us a little more about what you're currently working on, if you don't mind? I want to talk to you.
So so there was actually a tool I released, or I collaborated with a friend to work on. So the main thing is more of we created this product that's called agnostico.link.
Okay.
Agnostico pretty much it's I wish I can share it. It's not showing. So my PC is still lagging for some reason.
Can you join with your second PC? It's very possible. With the same link, join back. I'll put on the screen.
Um Okay, if I can do that, then I can even show the polar demo. Let me see. Okay, I think it's
Okay.
up. So, um, agnostico, which is so um, we were experimenting or pretty much working on ways in which developers can be able to collaborate efficiently and as well as participate in the NFT ecosystem. If you
Okay.
see the people that are making a more of impact and making so much money in the NFT ecosystem, it's pretty much designers, people that come together, get designers, they design things for them, and then the launch it out there. Or the developers pretty much make generative aspects of it. So we built a system or we built a tool to enable developers as well participate or a different use case of NFTs. So how agnostical works is that it's a platform, right, in which you can be able to share your code. You can share your code and you can sell your code in agnostical. And how does
Wow.
that mean? For example, let's say I publish a smart contract. It's already open sourced. Or let's say people on Twitter or people on YouTube make a course and then the don't drop the GitHub link, they drop you an agnostical link for it. You come to agnostical with one click, you're able to deploy that contract, setting the parameters of things that you want there, and be able to interact with it. And the creator, or should I say, the person that makes this contract available, in which other people can reuse, um, can be able to sell his ownership rights of that contract pretty much in open seas or an another market place. And then all the future earnings or all the royalties that come with people that deploy that contract goes to him. So in simpler terms, you come to Agnostico, you publish your contract there, people use it, and then as they are deploying it, you are getting paid for as many
Bro.
times people use your contract. One click
Man,
deploy, it splits across various platforms. One click can deploy to Polygon, to Avalanche, and so on. So that is agnostical.
this is massive, guys. Guys, did you hear that? This is massive. People are really building amazing stuff out there. Is the beta version up? Are people using the beta version? Is there anything we can interact
Yes.
with? I would like
So
like
we have
yeah.
the MVP version of it, in which that you could use to pretty much explore around the MVP. Um, we are working on a very much better aspect of it. The MVP has the interface is not really that friendly, because we are focused on functionalities and getting these things out there.
Yeah.
Now we are pretty much repackaging the product in a way that you and every developer can use, in a way it can go mainstream. And then the main thing is that we want to iterate on top of it, in the sense that with feedbacks that we get with traits, we could actually be an open, third web.
Yeah, yeah.
Third web is actually a tool that enables you to deploy smart contracts, or you can build NFT marketplaces. You can build your ERC20 token with one click.
Yeah.
But the thing
Yeah,
with third
one.
web is that it is gatekept, in the sense that everybody and only them can publish those smart contracts. But with agnostico, you can come publish your contract, someone reuses it, you make money out of it. And if you are done, you can sell your contract ownership rights to someone else. If they buy it, every earnings that come in future run belongs to that person. So that is
This
where
is
we might pivot to, but for now we don't really know yet. So
this is super interesting. Like I mean, like I was not thinking about that. I didn't see that coming. Amazing. Great product you're building, Joseph. I really, really appreciate your time tonight. And I'm sure everyone on this call, we're going to push this video very hard after this live session. We're going to push it very hard. We want a lot of persons to watch this video. We are going to reshare, retweet, and talk about it on our Twitter space and other handles. We hope over time people are going to get in touch with our webinars. This is something we are planning to do consistently to help, especially technical people, developers, familiarize themselves with some
I
of
was
these
actually
complex.
showing the wrong screen for agnostico. Sorry, let me
Yeah,
bring that over here. So it's I'll just drop the link later on,
yeah.
so
You just flash it
anyone
on the
can
screen.
look at it and anything. But yeah, sorry for interrupting.
No, no problem. Just flash it on the screen. Very important so that we can have a glimpse of the
So
amazing product you
that's
are
pretty
building.
much it.
Is okay. Wow, wow.
So this is it. So feel free to join. There is Twitter handles there, and there is Telegram. So you can keep up with the building process on how we build and scale this product.
This is. um, This is beautiful. Can you drop the link also in the comment section so that people can really
Yeah,
hop on?
it's agnostico.link. I would drop it immediately after this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much as well for your time. I really appreciate, and it's been great being here. I would like to do another session pretty much in which I do justice to this topic. I was trying to be technical and not technical at the same time, so it was two different identities.
Yeah.
So that pretty much said, next time I would weigh the audience much better and then deliver and see what happens.
Yeah. So the next thing we're going to bring you up is going to be fully technical section where you're going to
Yeah.
explain more and of course probably show us live illustration. I mean, writing a couple of codes, right? Showing us how we can get started with this network and do that amazing stuff with it. I'm super excited. And of course, like everybody right now, is also excited. Guys, if you're excited, let me get some amazing emojis on the comment section. Let's give it up for Mr. Joseph for tonight. Great, amazing section and great insight he gave us, not just with the Bitcoin Lightning Network, he also referenced a lot of things that will really help us in our growth system in the industry. However, we're going to bring him back again. Mr. Joseph, we're definitely going to bring him back again to polish up some of the areas we need to polish up on the Bitcoin Lightning Network. But for everybody who is watching us right now tonight, we say thank you very much for showing up. Thank you for streaming tonight. And of course, what we will encourage everyone to do is after this session, copy the link to this live session, the one on YouTube, the one on Twitter, the one on Facebook, reshare it and let people come back to watch this video. It's going to be on our handles. We're not removing this video. It's going to be there, especially on our YouTube. You can always come back and watch it over and over and pick up a lot of things that Mr. Joseph shared, especially those who joined us very late. And Our next live session, we'll be announcing it, and on our next live session, where we'll be bringing back Mr. Joseph to come and share with us amazing things. We will also be giving out amazing gifts. Our next live session will be giving out cryptocurrencies as reward system for people who are going to dollars, $200, $250, up to $500 to amazing people who will be with us through our next and a lot of other sessions we'll be having. So what you just need to do is come live. The next session we're going to have, I would advise you come prepared with your laptop because you need to do a lot of interactions. We are bringing the experience. What we are doing is we are bringing the experience to you in your house virtually. We don't want you to, of course, some of these things, if you go on YouTube right now, and type those things, you're not going to see videos or even content that explains some of these things the way you will understand it. So what we are going to do is we are bringing in experts who are already building out massive products in the industry using a lot of these tools. They're going to come live and teach you the way you will understand. It's not like you buying a course or watching a random video on YouTube. Random videos on YouTube really don't really give us the best we want most times. And we don't have a lot of content out there that explains some of these amazing things. I bet you, if you go on Google and type, you won't see. You will definitely see, but you might not be able to relate and use these things properly. All right. So I want to bring back Mr. Joseph and a lot of others who are going to be building life with us on live sessions like this. Let's make this exciting. In our next live session, we'll be giving out gifts to people who invite their friends and also people who are active throughout the live session. I mean, from $50 to $500 will be going away in giveaways. I'll be giving now these things in either Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, or any other cryptocurrency. And of course, we are having a very big news coming in with our in-house product, Beamer, which is our music that we'll be bringing out to the public very soon. And of course, we'll be giving out pre-sale tokens to the public very soon when we make that big announcement. However, being active in our communities, we have a Telegram channel right now. The link is on the description of this video. Join the Telegram channel to interact with people who are in our community. We are building a very big community of technical and non-technical people as well, people who are blockchain and crypto enthusiasts. We are building that big family where we can connect with people, whether in Nigeria, not Nigeria. Our scope is the whole of Africa, bringing people and walk them through their path of coming into the blockchain space. However, we can only achieve this with you all, cannot just achieve it alone. We need everyone together. Help us share the good news, help us retweet our tweets, help us get to share these things with your own audience. There is somebody in your circle that wants to come into the blockchain space, but they have a lot of questions. They are not clear about a lot of things. This is a pipeline that is going to get them there. All right. So follow the link on our description section of this video, whether you're on YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook, and follow the Blockchain Hub Africa Twitter handle at Block Hub Africa. Follow us on Facebook, and of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then share this link. And in our next live session, which is coming up again, the upper Friday, we'll be announcing it and be sharing the flyer. We're going to have Mr. Joseph back again, and he'll be walking us through development process using the Bitcoin Lightning network. Please don't miss that session. It's going to be massive. Like, we're going to write tons and tons of code. And afterwards, the next subsequent live sessions we will be having is going to focus more on building out projects in the blockchain space, right? Writing a lot of smart contracts, writing a lot of amazing things. It's going to be a lot of coding, and building out live projects. All right. I'm very sure that you have projects you want us to build out in the course of our live sessions. You have contracts you want us to use. You have some of the tools you feel like you're having difficulty using them. You want us to lay our hands on it, right? Of course, we'll be doing that for you all. Join our Telegram channel. Drop amazing topics you want us to look at, or some of the projects you want us to build out during our live session. Let us know on time. We're going to make plans for it all. Take the Telegram link and share to everybody you know. I mean, every developer you know, people who want to really interact with the blockchain. Share to them, let them join the community as well. We have great and massive things coming in this month and next month. You really can't predict what we are bringing out for you guys. I mean, big time. We are bringing out amazing things. All right. So thank you very much, guys, for joining us tonight. My name is Joshua. I'm part of the Blockchain Hub Africa community, and I'm also part of the team as well. We are super excited that you guys join us tonight. I will be super excited if you join us again in our next live session. Until then, have a wonderful night rest, and make sure you keep tuned to what we'll be sharing on our handles: Telegram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and on YouTube. Thank you very much, guys, and thank you for staying to the end of this live session. Thank you, Mr. Joseph. Thank you. Really, really, really do appreciate your time tonight. We don't take it for granted. It's so like we really, really value this. Thank you for letting us pull you out from your busy schedule and bring you to our live session today. We really, really, really we'll definitely be happy to bring you again next live session where we come and wrap up everything about the Bitcoin Lightning Network. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful and blissful night rest, and good night, everyone. Good night.